Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. I'm Foothills Weather Network Meteorologist Scotty Powell here with you to give you a quick weather update about what's going on throughout the area. I know there's been a lot of buzz about the changing weather pattern. I want to give you a little update on that and what we can expect not only today but over the next week and even the next week and a half. So right now, currently, it's a beautiful day outside. As you can see, we've got temperatures in the low to mid 60s throughout the area. 63 over in Rutherford County and 61 here in Burke County. 64 over in Catawba County. So a beautiful day in the foothills in western North Carolina. And we can see those temperatures rise maybe another few, 2-3 degrees before we see the sun set. So wouldn't be surprised to see a few areas with mid to upper 60s, maybe even 70 degrees down towards Columbia. Cherish this because we have today and then tomorrow some warm weather before we start to see those changes come in. And talking about changes, let's take a look at the weather model. This is the GFS model. This updates every about 4 times a day. So this is the latest information. As you can see, we see that Arctic cold front start to develop in the Midwest and over the deep South. This is around Monday midnight, early Tuesday morning, that Arctic front developing. And as it moves towards the East Coast on Tuesday, we're going to see some heavy rain and maybe even a few thunderstorms develop in the Mid-South and down into the Deep South. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a few stronger thunderstorms in the Mississippi and Alabama, Tennessee area. This is around Tuesday afternoon, so that Arctic front is starting to move into the western part of North Carolina and the upstate of South Carolina. As it moves into the area, it's going to give us some rain and even some good amounts of rain. A half an inch to maybe even an inch of rain can be ruled out. And as you know, it's been fairly wet this year, anywhere between several inches above normal to just a few inches. But if you live along and west of Highway 321, that is kind of the area that's seen the most rain. But over the past 2 to 3 weeks, we've not seen a lot of rain at all, and many locations haven't seen any. So drought conditions starting to poke up in the central and eastern part of North Carolina and even portions of the Piedmont of North Carolina. So this rain will be very beneficial and will help go along with that. So as that front moves into the area on Wednesday, we're going to see that heavy rain last throughout a good portion of the day. After lunchtime, we'll see that rain start to wane off, but the clouds will be sticking around before we clear out Wednesday night. And then it gets really cold as we move into the Wednesday and Thursday time frame. Do notice, though, this front kind of stalls out along the East Coast. Where it stalls out, we just don't know yet, but that's going to be kind of something to watch as we see that cold air start to move into the eastern part of the country. And with that, we're going to see a little disturbance develop that's going to produce some snow up here in the Illinois, Mississippi, Iowa area. As you can see, this front stalls out. We're going to see a low pressure develop on it as well. That's going to ride along the Gulf Coast and then into the Atlantic coast. As you can see, by Friday, late Thursday night, Friday morning, we've got this storm developing off the coast. And we also have some energy developing here in the Kentucky, Illinois, Mississippi, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee area. And it's actually giving some snow here into the portions of West Tennessee. So the question is, are we going to see snow in North Carolina? Well, right now the models are not showing that, and here's why. These models are showing this storm system really cranking up, but this energy just hasn't caught up with it. If we can see this energy, this low pressure develop off the East Coast, and kind of see a low pressure develop here, we can see those systems phase together. And if they phase together, we could see some wintry weather in North Carolina, especially in western North Carolina. But right now, that just doesn't look to happen. It looks like this piece of energy off the East Coast is about 12 to maybe 18 hours ahead of this energy diving out of the Midwest. Now, if we could get one of these systems to slow down off the East Coast and maybe get this system to speed up a little bit over the Midwest, we could see that possibility. But right now, it just looks like the timing is not there. This storm is going to be moving off the coast into the northeast as this energy falls through central and eastern Tennessee into our area. So right now we will watch this and see if they can phase, but right now that doesn't look likely. But what does look like likely, if you want to see some snow, is to go into the North Carolina high country. We're going to see a northwest flow develop with this cold Arctic air moving into the area. And we can see snow start to fall Friday afternoon and last through Saturday in the North Carolina mountains. Right now, it's way too early to tell the accumulations up in the mountains, but it does look like the mountains could see some good snowfall on Friday into Saturday. As we go out of Saturday into Sunday, that northwest flow kind of dries up, but we stay cold and chilly. And how cold are we going to get? Well, let's look at some of the models here. This is the European model. This is the ensemble. So there's 21 different various runs of the European model, and we put them together and we get these temperatures. So as you can see, once that front moves through Wednesday, our temperatures stay fairly chilly. Low to mid-40s as highs and lows in the 20s. We look at the GFS, it's even cooler. Oh, sorry about that. As we look at the GFS, even cooler with some days not making it out of the 30s with our lows being in the 20s. So it's going to be a cold period after this front moves through. And so the question is we've got our cold air. We have this dip in the jet stream. So are there any storms to look at besides what we were talking about earlier with that brush towards the end of this week? And right now that just doesn't look likely, but it's something to watch. This is the European ensemble look at the next 10 days for snowfall, and it's showing very minute chances of snow outside of the mountains. So again, no storm as of right now, but the pattern is favorable that sometime between now and the end of the month we could see some wintry weather somewhere in the Carolinas and along the East Coast. So again, in closing, right now it's going to get chilly out there with our temperatures really starting to fall after this Arctic front moves through. We're going to watch that storm develop off the East Coast on Friday and watch that little upper level energy over the Midwest. Right now they don't phase together, and if they don't phase together, there will be no snow outside of the mountains. So if they do, then we'll have to watch that. But hopefully over the next few days, our models will start to get a better idea of what's going to happen, and that way we can give you the up to the latest. But if you want to see snow right now, the best bet is to go into the mountains this upcoming weekend. Looks like Friday and Saturday will be the best chances to see some snow in the North Carolina mountains. So for everyone at the Foothills Weather Network, we do want to show you, make sure you're viewing our website. We update it every day with forecasts. So we have this weather briefing page where we give you a forecast discussion over every day, kind of talking about what's to come. And you can also get your county forecasts wherever you live. So for everyone at the Foothills Weather Network, we hope you have a great day, a great Sunday, have a great week. Keep checking back with us on our website and our social media platforms. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on. And again, it's going to get chilly over the next week, so make sure you're prepared for the cold temperatures. We'll watch and see if we have any storms develop. I'm Foothills Weather Network meteorologist Scotty Powell.